Hi everyone, how are we doing? Hope you're safe and well. It is time for another Delkim Live, half an hour or so of all things Delkim with yours truly, Lee Romang. If I don't know it, nobody does. Sorry about last week, it was a shambles, I'll tell you that straight away. Facebook wasn't working and we just did YouTube only, but those that were there, thank you very much. So what we're going to look at tonight, well, it's something we do get asked about quite a lot. You'd think it was reasonably simple, but people do still struggle or don't quite understand or get themselves in a bit of a mix-up on setting the LEDs how they want on the alarm. So our new TXIDs and the EVDs have more LED settings than the old Plus range, but the Plus range had settings as well. So I'm going to look at the old ones and the new ones and give you the whole way of setting your LEDs from start to finish. Plus, you know, there might be a couple of features that you weren't necessarily aware of that might be of some benefit to you. So we're going to go from top to bottom on everything to do with LEDs, on the digital range and on the old ones as well, just to make sure everybody's aware of that, because, you know, as we know, there's plenty of old ones out there. The new one's been out now for 18 months or so, but you know, this is a platform or a forum for everybody to learn something, hopefully, and help each other out. So Tim Tatchell, housekeeping. I've tried to back off the housekeeping since we've come back for 2021, but I probably will. You know what I used to do if you've watched any of the lives before. And a hello to all the regulars. Hope you are well, and I appreciate everybody who watches these. You know, I've been doing this since first lockdown, and it kick-started me, and actually I think it's been a real benefit. You know, I haven't needed to do them daily again, but I think there's a great benefit of doing these, and they do refresh people's memories, and they do keep you abreast. And I'm here, of course, to answer anybody's questions. Mark Harrington, you like the T-shirt? Shall I show you in its full glory? It says, regrets. Those plans were... or those were the droids I was looking for. I do quite like that one. But I love a bit of Star Wars. Always love a bit of Star Wars. So, Mark, there you go. You get the full lowdown on that. Bill White said hello. Again, hello to all the regulars. Will Carpy Martin, hello. One of my DJ followers as well. My second string of my bow that I do at weekends. But don't forget, guys, get something on the chat, or wherever the chat is where you're watching it. Right down, for me, it's down here on my screen. If you have any questions, I will get through as many as I can before the end. And I'm going to go straight into showing you guys how to set the LEDs, how you want them, what the features are, and then we'll come back and we'll answer as many questions as we can as I whiz through the chat. So don't be scared to ask anything. You know, if you're asking it, there'll be 100 other people that don't know it either. So please, 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 you know, don't feel shy, embarrassed, or whatever. You know, just ask the question. There's no question too, you know, basic. There really isn't. You know, it just, there's a lot of people come onto fishing since, you know, lockdown started, and there'll be a lot of people that have come over to Delkim, you know, since the launch of the new range, who might not have been tempted to use our products before. So we're here to answer everything and do the best we can. So I will, without further ado, just turn my light on over here, and we'll flick to camera 2. Let's hope this works. Turn my lights up. So you can see I've got 2 alarms over here. So 2 TXIDs, and oh, let's just check. Oh, the camera's not working. That's not a good start, is it? It's doing that, but it's not coming to you. Let's just double check. Bear with me a second. All good fun. Let me just unplug that and plug it in again. Would you believe it? Having done all this perfectly all day, it's decided not to work for the second. So what I'll do is I'll pop back to me for a second, and I'll grab an alarm while that sorts itself out. So this is the button on our alarms that controls the the LED. So push button number 2, the right hand button, this is what does all the work for our LEDs. All right, so you can always see at any time what's going on, and you know, you can adjust everything really. We've got 8 levels of LED brightness, and there is a day and night setting. So one thing you must understand, and I get this asked a lot from everyone or from loads of people, they go, night marking's not working, or I've plugged my hangers in, my night marking's not working. Please be aware there is a day and a night setting on these alarms. All right, so if I've turn it on. Okay, I've got this set in. Let me turn it off again. That means because I was doing it for a test. I've got it set in the stealth mode, and I'll just set that back how it was because I want to talk about that a bit later. So there we go. So you've got a day and a night mode. Night mode has night marking and day mode doesn't. So if you haven't got any night marking, i.e. your LEDs are not glowing up, or your hangers are not glowing while it's just sitting there doing nothing, and only the LEDs go off when you get a run, that will mean that you've got it in day mode. All you have to do is press the button and it will go into night mode. So default, if you can see, and you can there, the LEDs are glowing up ever so gently. So default out the box is night mode, because it's set to a medium brightness, so there's 8 levels, so it's set to level 4, and you get night marking. And then if you hold the button down, it confirms, boom, there you go, nice and bright. That's day mode. So day mode is set to maximum brightness, and then you know, without any night marking. Okay, so they're the defaults that you get straight out the box. And I'm just checking whether my camera's come back to life yet. No, it hasn't. That's going to be annoying. I might have to just do something about that. So I'm going to have the double check on this one. Don't know why it's not working. Let me just see if it will pick up. It might pick up via Wi-Fi. Anyway, so it's going to be the best plans are scuppered again with technology. All day it's been working absolutely fine. I go to use it and we've got problems. So anyway, so you've got day and night. What you can also do is if I hold the button down, I can then choose 8 levels of brightness. So if I hold, and I was in day mode, so if I hold the button down, and it will go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you can choose your brightness. And if I hold the button down again and let go, or press and let go, you'll see that made an ascending or descending tone, sorry. The tone went down. That means I'm in night mode. And when the tone goes back up, tone goes up, I can see how it is a lot brighter. So that's night mode. And then you'll see that the LEDs, they take a couple of seconds. And there you go. Oh, you can see that quite clearly there. They're just glowing on. So if your LED is not glowing, that means you're probably in day mode. I can set the brightness by holding down the LEDs, holding down the button. Again, for day and night mode, and it will remember it. So if I wanted maximum brightness at night, I wanted to blind myself, then I could do it. Or if I wanted it lower, okay, that's the lowest run brightness, shall we say. Okay, so that's set, and that will remember it. So now I've got maximum brightness, so you can see that's very bright in day. And then nighttime, I've got it set to the lowest, and then the night marking will come on. All right, so that, very simple. But you get lots of people ring me up and they go, oh, I've got no night marking. What's happened? 2 of my alarms are okay, this one stopped doing night marking. It'll be because you've probably put it into day mode and people haven't realised there's a day and a night setting. All right, so let me see if I can get this camera to work, because it's going to make a big difference to what we're doing. So bear with me a second. Hopefully I can do it. Let's see if I tap back into the app that it does it. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? And I'll just do that. So anyway, while I'm talking, don't forget we have an app as well that is all there for you to use all our products. So our Delkim app has got loads of features. It's got instructions. It's got quick guides. It's got all the videos you need to help use the products. So again, everything's there in the app for new products and old products, instructions, warranty registration. If you've got any returns you need to get back to us, then that's there as well. And everything you could possibly need is there for you, as he is desperately pulling out things and plugging them back in to hope that the camera comes alive. We'll see whether it does at some point in time, or else that's really, really annoying. All right, now the EV, this also has a day and night mode. You can't adjust so this is the EVD. So you can see it's got one button. Okay, this is our stripped down version of the TXI. So it has no radio. You've seen these, I'm sure. It's 60 quid in round figures. But it also has a day and night setting. So you can adjust the LED brightness on that. So if I turn it on, just hold the button down. All right. Now, the default brightness is, again, nighttime with night marking. You can see that's glowing on there. There you go. Again, that's for safety. You don't want it to be turned on and you're looking at it and it's in full brightness. But if I then hold the button down and wait for 2 beeps, okay, that changes. Oh, that's because I've got the green screen on. You can just see that's in full mode. If I hold it down again, it changes it into, let's do it over there, and you can see that that's glowing up. So that has the ability to just adjust the LEDs as well. You can't change the brightnesses of them, but there are 2 default settings. So nighttime setting is medium brightness, so level 4 as was on is on the TXID, and you've got night marking as well. And then when you put it into day mode, you get maximum brightness, so level 8 as it would be on the TXID without night marking. So you have the ability to change the settings on the EVD as well. Right, so that is not going to play ball, which is really annoying. So I'm going to have to take it out of where it was, and you're not, as I drop everything, and see whether I can get this camera to work. Sorry about that, but that's going to be really annoying if it doesn't. Let's just see what's going on. Anyway, so let's clear through a few questions while we're doing it, and then I'll go through the plus range settings as well. So anybody that's got a plus range alarm, I know that you probably should know how the LEDs change, but you'll be surprised that some people don't even know it was changeable. So, you know, it's not always as straightforward as you think. So let's go through a few questions. What have we got? Carp King 71. Could you remind me, please, how to turn off the power on flashing LED on the new receiver? Okay, I can do that. If I grab a receiver, it's over here, and if I turn it on, so that's the power on indicator. So basically that's the little, it flashes every minute, or 2 minutes, sorry, every 2 minutes to let you know that the alarm is on, or the receiver is on, and everything's working. Because there's no switch, you can't tell it's on. So that's the power on indicator. Much like, and I've said this before, like a smoke detector or something like that, that just blinks every now and again, just so you know that everything's okay, safe and well. If you want to stop that, you can just turn the receiver on, wait for 2 beeps, and then you just press the button in the middle. Okay, and that will deactivate it, or you do it the other way to activate it. So default is it's on, and then if you want to turn it off, you just do what I did. So turn the receiver off, turn the receiver back on. Oh, let's not let go, shall we? Wait, that's it, wait for 2 pips. I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Wait for 2 beeps. and press the button in the middle. And then that activates or deactivates the power and indicator. Let's just see if I can get my annoying camera to work. I don't know why it isn't. But it's not going to. It's not going to play ball, which is really, really annoying. What can you say? What can you say? Get everything right all day, and it's not wanting to do the camera. So that is a pain, if ever there was one. Let me just check that everything's all plugged in all right. There's nothing silly that's going on here, but it doesn't seem to want to do it for now. Let's... I can't shut that down, so it's not going to work. Right, let's go through some more questions then. What have we got on here? So, hi there. How can you turn off the night light? And can you adjust the brightness? Thanks and greetings from Germany, Daniel. Daniel, I've just shown you how to adjust the LEDs and day and night mode, but the night marking or night light mode, you can't adjust the brightness of that. So it's only the run LED brightness that you can change. So I think that's explained that one there. Stephen Ward, sorry to ask, but would you get less range if the battery is low? I'm not getting any warning signs of battery low, but the receiver doesn't seem to register after 15 minutes of me being in the next swim. Well, certainly performance of any of the products would be greatly reduced in terms of their range if the batteries are low, considerably low. Steve, I don't know which model you're talking about of the product, but you should get a battery warning. So if there is a issue with the receiver not picking up, you've got one in the next swim, then it might be something that we need to look at. Are you using it in local or distant? I don't know which model you've got. So maybe let us give a bit more detail and I can help answer your question a little bit more. Spencer, I am keeping safe and well. Thank you. I hope you are too on YouTube. Also more on the new one. So you've got it in standard and it's got poor range. That would be a very, very odd one because I think I counted it the other day at about 10 out of all of them we sold that had any issues to do with range. But I would check the battery just to make sure. If it has a problem and you haven't got any range out of the receiver, is it the same with all the alarms? If it's the same with all of them, then we need to have a look at the receiver and find out what's going on. It can happen, you know, anything can happen in this world. So yeah, we can do stuff. Daniel Moore, will you trade in old TXIs with cash for new ones? We don't sell direct, so there are many, many shops out there who do second-hand gear or might do a trade-in or do whatever it is or do finance in this day and age. So they're the people you need to talk to, the people who actually sell the alarms. We're the manufacturer. We're not selling direct. So there we go. So happy my trusty Delkim TXIs, not to mention my sound TXI receiver. That's fine, Steve. Carnegie, it's not a problem. You know, the old ones were still very, very good. So, you know, as I've always said, a Delkim user is a Delkim user. And, you know, they are still good alarms and everybody knows. Bought these months ago, very happy. Mick on YouTube, thank you very much. I've had my TXIs less than a year and I've had to send back already as they have lost sensitivity. Craig, it could be that you've damaged the sensors, in which case we'll have to have a look at them. You know, that is something that can be damaged. They are very robust, but if you've lost sensitivity, it's something we have to do. You know, the sensors are exactly the same as they have been since 1992. You know, and these things do happen, as I keep saying, but the return rate on the new ones has been absolutely, you know, phenomenal in a not many way. You know, we've had, I did some stats way under 1%. You know, we're looking at 0.7% back on, and we've had a record year in terms of sales. So the, you know, return rate has been, you know, through the floor in terms of the, you know, reliability and how good they are, considering, you know, how much they've been used and how many people have been out fishing and the weathers that we've had as well. So, you know, we have total confidence that the products are massively robust. But yeah, you know, it doesn't help if you have a problem, as I always say, but we're here to sort it out and we always do as quickly as we can. Derek, hello from Poland. Send me a set and I'll let you know how good they are. Mark Dawes, you send me something and I'll send you something. So yeah, Mark Dawes, no, you know, we're fully covered in that area. Thank you very much. We don't, you know, for sponsored anglers at this moment in time. Will the TXI snag ears fit to the new TXIDs? No. So here comes the housekeeping. Tim Tadjul, if you're still watching. So if you have the new alarms, you will need the safety V2 versions. Again, with the other accessories as well. So V2 version is what you need for the digital range alarms. They're quite clearly marked. V2 quite clearly says for digital range, and that's what they do. The old ones have pictures of the old products on, and they only fit the old ones. Still make these, and still will continue to do so. So, you know, we're still making those, and they're out there for everybody to get from any Delkim stockist. Peter Holt, bought a set of TXIDs. Well happy, thank you very much. You don't sell direct? No, we don't, Mark Dawes. We do not sell direct. They've never sold direct. Well, it's not certainly with the latest models. Sorry, too late. Finish working. Everyone, hello. Can the LED lighting day-night mode also adjust the Delkim slim light hangers? Yes, whatever you set, and that's what I'm desperately trying to get my camera to work, which is infuriating that it's not working, and I don't know why. And I will keep trying as while we're doing this, and hopefully it will pick up maybe on the Wi-Fi. I don't know. Might be able to turn my phone off and back on again. Shall we try that and see if that works? Who knows? It might do. Whatever you set your LEDs to on your alarm, our hangers replicate it exactly. There is no difference. So whatever brightness you've set, it will replicate exactly on your hangers. So that's the beauty of them. You know, there's no batteries in the hangers. You just set them, turn them on, and well, you don't turn them on, you turn your alarms on, and that is all you need to do. I'm very well, thank you very much. Thanks for asking. We can see the other camera. Can you? Where? Not sure. Welcome to winter in Poland. Yes, I know it's cold everywhere. A bit of snow over there, have we, in Poland? I would have thought so. Thank you. Hello, my RXD remote. What's this? Angle. My RXD remote all still works fine. Yes, of course it will. Thank you very much. When you first buy TXID, what is the granite? Not quite sure what you mean by that, but maybe you can explain, Spencer. I'm glad I bought my Delkim. Excellent. Can night light be used without swingers? Yes, the night marking mode. Have I got the alarm on still? So, the night marking is the very, very, there you go, you can see that's just on very, very gently. So that's a gentle glow of the LED so you can see to put your rod in there. So that's what night marking is, and it's a patented system. Nobody had it, nobody does it the same as us with the two LEDs. So, and I'm going to try and get my phone working while we're talking, so please bear with me, but I shall continue to chat and answer the questions. So yeah, with the twin LEDs, no one does it that way. Ours is a unique system, and we've had it, and it replicates exactly on the hangers. So there should be absolutely no problem with, you know, it's the same on both. Let's have a look. Good evening again. Steve Blick, let's have a look what you've got to say on Facebook. Here's a question. I'm in the market for alarms, looking at TXI, but that is the last model before your new ones. Is it a bad idea to get them as the technology is getting older? If there was a problem with them, can they be repaired? Well, the answer is yes, we still fully support the Plus range products. That is absolutely 100%. There's no change there at all. And we also, you know, again, it's about budgets. So we understand that a new set of alarms is quite expensive. It's going to cost you, you know, 550 quid, best part of, to get a new set. And lots of people have been upgrading, and therefore a set of pluses is a very, very good bargain as far as I would say. You know, regardless, I'm not, you know, I can keep telling you how wonderful our new alarms are, and they are, you know, I'm not going to lie, they are better than the old ones, but the old ones were very good also, and there'll be many people on this chat that will tell you how good the Plus range are. I think the receivers probably, was its Achilles heel because it got dated and we needed to move to a digital range, digital radio system, which we've done now, and that is perfect. But the other features on those alarms are still very good, and they'll be, we'd made them 15 years, and there'll still be, loads of people that have got them, and you can pick up a really good bargain. So we're still supporting them. It's the very original range, the Mark 1 range that we don't support. So yeah, I think if you can get a set and it's within your price range, then it's definitely a very good thing to do. And that's part of when you bring out a new range of products, it kind of gives a new life to the old range because a load of people buy the second-hand ones. So then it brings people onto the brand who really enjoy it. So, that's the way forward. Looks like there's a competition going for some alarms. Good. Can the brightness of the LEDs be changed when using run light on the receiver? No, Liam. And that's something else I will try and show you if my camera would work, which it isn't. I'll still keep trying. Hopefully it will kick in while we're doing it. So you can't adjust the brightness of the LEDs on the receiver, I'm afraid. Those are fixed. And before I go, I will show you two little features on those, on the new Plus digital range that are very useful. What I'll do is, while I'm doing this, is I will show you, let me get a battery so I can show you this as well. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll show you how to change the LEDs on. Oh, don't want that one. That's a flat one. We'll get rid of that battery. So that was a low battery warning. Let's put this on. There we go. So this is an old style Plus alarm. So works exactly the same way as the TXI Plus. So Standard Plus and the TXI Plus have exactly the same features. We just don't have a radio. They have adjustable LED brightness. You may or may not know that. When you first turn it on, let me just take a sip of water. They have a medium brightness. That's the default. So if you want to get back to that any time, you turn it off and back on again. Unlike the new digital ones, it doesn't remember your last setting. So you have to turn it off and back on again to get back to where you were, if you want medium brightness. If I hold the button down on the front for one beep, oh, let's do that again. Okay, one. Let's turn the tone a bit different. It's a bit low. I can't hear it. There you go. So that is now medium brightness with night marking. So you can see, there you go, you can just see him glowing. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. If I hold it down for 2 beeps, okay, that is full-blown brightness. So again, level 8 as on the other one. So maximum brightness. No night marking. If I hold it down for 3, this is maximum brightness with night marking, which is really, we used it as a demonstration mode. I wouldn't recommend it for using it at night. I really wouldn't. You would, take your eyes out with that kind of brightness at night when you dropped out your bivvy. It was more for demonstration when we did shows with these, because we could have super bright LEDs and show the night marking. But it's out there if you want to use it. And if I hold it down for 4, you've got the lowest brightness with night marking, and you can just see that there. So you've got 3 levels of brightness with night marking on or off. If I want to get back to standard brightness with no night marking, just turn it off and back on again, and there we go. So that's how to set the LED brightnesses on the old style alarms. The EV, yep, the EV there, you can't see it, the button's gone, but there is a colour button there. It's because I've got the green screen on. The EV has no adjustment, so it is just a fixed brightness, which is medium, and it's permanent night marking. So you cannot adjust the brightness. It just is what it is. You just turn it on and go. That's the basic one on that one. So that was good. What else have we got? And I really wanted to show you stealth mode, but I don't know whether I can. What I might be able to do is I might be able to just turn my camera around here and show you that. If I'm going to do it. Let me just see if this is going to work, because I think it's something you guys would really appreciate seeing. Before I go, let's just do that. Let's see what we can do. Yes, I can. So just bear with me while I do something else. And I'll take the filter off so I don't have my green screen on. Yes, and now you can see. Right. And if I just release this a little bit. So how am I going to do this? Let's just work that out. I'm going to sit that on there like that. So you can see that there. Okay, there we go. Good, good, good. Okay, not as ideal as I'd have wanted it, but you're going to get the idea. Right. So two nice little features that I'd like to show you. And I'm going to turn the brightness down here as well so you can see. Let's turn that right off. Two nice features. Okay, one of them is run light, and it's something that somebody was mentioning up there. So run light gives you the ability to make the LEDs come on when you get a run, so that you've got some emergency lighting in your bivvy. Okay, so if I activate that, okay, you can just see the LEDs coming there. Now if I simulate a run with this one, and you can see all the LEDs have come on there, and that stays on for about 15 seconds. And you know, in a very dark bivvy, that is more than enough to light up your bivvy, to see what you're doing, to get your boots on, and to get out and land the fish. And that stays on. It uses the battery up a little bit more, obviously, because you've got all the LEDs on. And you can just deactivate it by pressing the two buttons again. But again, if I show you, you just press buttons 1 and 2. Okay, that activates it. And if I get a run that goes on for about 4 seconds, 3, 4, all the LEDs light up. Okay, so that is emergency illumination. So people ask us a lot, are you going to do a bivvy light? We've looked at a bivvy light, and you know, there's so many out there, and the cost of us making one, I don't think we'd ever be able to make one cost effective enough, because effectively you've got to put a receiver in it, and we'd never make one that was cheap enough to work with our alarms and be competitive out there with what's there. So what we did is that we've added that feature into our receiver, and then that gives you instantly a similar effect to a bivvy light. You know, most people have a head torch anyway, so they'll reach for the head torch, they'll put that on, they'll go outside, they'll land their fish, and you'd have seen, let's get that in, you'd have seen enough light to get your boots on. So that's run light. One more little feature I'd like to show you, and this is something that people do accidentally, and they don't realise what they've done. But you can actually turn off the LEDs. If I angle this towards you so you'll see, you can actually deactivate the run LEDs in the alarm and just have it coming through the bobbin. It's what we call stealth mode. And if I put that on there, I can show you. So if I turn the alarms off, I'll turn it off there. Okay. If I turn the, this is how you do it. So if I turn the alarm on, go into setup mode, wait for 2 beeps. Okay. And if I press push button 2, that, if you hear that, you can see the LEDs have gone out. If I press it again, they come back on. If I press it again, they've gone out. All right, that is what we call stealth mode. So I can deactivate the LEDs so that when you get a run, they don't flash. And all they'll do is they'll glow on, and you'll get the night marking, whether you can see that on there. I'll do it on this one, and then you'll see more what I'm talking about. So if I turn the alarm on, wait for 2 beeps. Okay, the LEDs are on. If I press the button, it deactivates LEDs in the alarm. And now I've only got night marking. If you see that, I've only got night marking. I'll come back on again in a minute. You see that's just glowing. So now if I get a run, all that lights up is the LED in the hanger. Now, at the end of the day, when you jump out your bivvy or you have a look outside, if you get a little knock, the first thing you're looking for is how much your bobbin's moved. So really, the dazzling light from the alarm LEDs can be slightly off-putting. So stealth mode allows you just to have the hanger light lit up, and I can adjust the brightness of that however I want. And that's just for the nighttime setting. So stealth mode is only activated when you put it into night mode. So you can adjust the brightness the same as you were normally, but the LEDs won't come on when you get a run. It will just light up the LED in the bobbin. Or if you're not using any of our hangers, it will just permanently have night marking on. Nothing will change. If I change it back into day, the LEDs will come back on again as normal. So if I put this back into day mode, you'll see it's back to normal. Okay. And one of the, and I'm going to go, you'll have a nice green screen behind me now, but such is live, who cares? Hello, there you go, you can see what goes on in the background. So one of the things that happens every now and again is that I get people ringing up going, my LED's not working, or I put it in night mode and I've got no LEDs, what's going on, or something's broken, it's fine. That'll be stealth mode. So we get it quite a lot where, LEDs are working, but you've got it in stealth mode. So again, that's a feature you might like to use or not like to use, but it's something that's in there. Run light's something that's in there. And so that really does cover most of, well, it's all the LED functions that we have on our products that would, and hopefully there's some benefit there. Sorry the camera didn't work, but hopefully you got the gist of that with what I did there when I switched it around. Before we go, I'll answer a couple more questions, just to see. Then we're going to scan through. Yeah, I know the camera did come on, but it was stuck. It was frozen. It didn't reignite, so I would have needed to restart the software. I should have checked it before I went on air. It was working, but never mind. I'll get it right eventually. I'm trying so hard to get these right, and they don't always work. We're going to make illuminated snag ears. It's not something that's on our agenda at the moment. King Burkamp, number 10 on YouTube. I don't see what the benefit is. I have had it explained to me. There are some benefits to European customers who might be out there in a boat coming back, but yeah, I don't know. If you do your hangers, you can see your hangers. But it's not something being out there. Bet you're gutted all the hanging shows off this year. Lee, look forward to going every year. Tim, yeah, I'm not looking to go for any shows soon. Don't really want to be trapped in a room with loads of people at this moment in time. I know it's difficult. I know you guys love your shows. It is a place to get together, and that will happen again soon. Hopefully, we'll be back to normal at some point, I would imagine. I put my bets on the Carp Society show being the first show of the year in November, but we shall see. Fairlight Designs Limited, got all the stuff. Thank you very much. Glad you like them. Yes, you do buy cheap, you buy twice. You are, how can I explain it? I've got stuck on my words. We understand our stuff is expensive, okay? Well, relatively expensive. It's certainly very competitively priced. There are other brands out there with much more expensive alarms than us. But our stuff is top end. So it's like buying a BMW, Mercedes or an Audi or something like that, just as an analogy. Top end car, top end bite alarm. You get what you pay for. Yes, you can get quality, and the longevity of the products that we make mean that when you do invest in them and our after sales care, that's what you're buying into, so that's what you get. So, yeah, it is a lot of money, but it's going to last you. And you think how many years these last, that you get your money's worth. Absolutely, for sure, 100%. Let's just see if we've got any more. When you first buy a Delkim TSO, how long is the guarantee? So Spencer, actually you get a 2-year manufacturer's warranty on all our products, and with the digital range you can register and get a 3rd year for free. So you get up to 3 years, all right? Can you show how the D-locks work? Has got 3 V2 alarms and they come with D-locks, and they come with the D-locks but. Adam Robinson, I haven't got time to show D-locks. There's loads of videos on stuff fitting them if that's what you need, or fitting them on our YouTube page. So make sure you please you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already done that. So we've got plenty of content on there for you to look at, and I will try and squeeze a few more questions in. Have you tried turning up the response or beep speed on the camera? Might work. Yes, I know. Thank you very much, Sean. Can I change my LED lights to match each other because I got one of each colour? I don't want to buy two more to match. We don't do LED changes, raises. I'm sorry, you know, they are what they are. It's a case of maybe swapping them with somebody or looking for some second hand or swapping around. Yet we can't change the LEDs. They are made how they are. We don't do the RGB ones. We have beautiful 3mm super bright LEDs. They are better than any other LED on the market, but you can't change the colour of them. So you need to be able to choose the colour that you want. I received 2 pairs of safety V2s today from EVD Alarms, ready for the new fishing season. Fritz on YouTube. Good stuff. Hope so. Forgot to say they are British. That's worth the price alone. Well, yes, you know, that has been one of the huge benefits to us of this whole pandemic, is that everything we make is made in the UK. We weren't reliant on you know, things being brought in from outside the UK. So we were very, very strong and being able to deliver and make product and not be affected. So yes, you know, buying British has its reputations or not. Depends where part of the world you come from. Obviously, if you're over here, buying British is good. Maybe it doesn't have quite such a appeal if you're in a different country. But yeah, you know, we're able to supply. That's the main thing. And we've been able to continue, and we shall be always able to do so. Brian Ward in stealth mode, remember. What's the heaviest weight you can use with the slim lights? I'd say 20 grams. So Mark Roberts, we do the heavier weight pack. 30 grams just won't, it's not meant to hold it. So you'll just about get away with 20 grams. But, you know, they are a lightweight bobbin. They're not meant to be cranked up. If you want the heavier weights, you know, you need heavier weights, then the nightlight indication set would probably be better for you. Can I still register my TXCSIs even though I've had them for a few months? You've got up to 2 years to register for the extra warranty. Stephen, or Spencer, sorry, Spencer Batchelor on YouTube. You've got up to 2 years. So as long as you've got the receipt, to take a picture of the receipt, use the system, plug it in there, all good. They need a Union jack on them. We keep them nice and clean and stealthy. That's the whole thing. Any idea why my TXI sensitivity has gone less sensitive and left-hand LED not working on 2 of them? Sam? Can't give you an answer. If they're faulty, they would need to come back, download our app, use our return system on there, get them back to us. We'll get them fixed within 2 weeks. So we are still fully functional. We're still working as best we can, and everything's okay for the moment. We're dealing with everything as we were. So if you have any problems, you know, just get the items back to us and we'll get them turned around as quickly as possible. Okay. I think that's about it for tonight. Glad you like my little green background. It was better when it had Delkim on it. No matter how hard I try, I seem to fail even further with the technology when I'm trying to do these lives. But I hope you got the gist. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you an idea of what was going on and how to set the LEDs. If you need any more help, then you can always contact us on social media. I'm there to answer your questions morning, noon and night, basically. So please, you know, be shy. Don't be a stranger. If you need help, ask for it, and we will do our best for you. Main thing though, guys, stay safe, stay strong. You know, if you can go fishing, then please make the most of it. Not all of us have a lake locally that we can do. So, you know, make the best of it. And the good times will come again. They always will. So, good night. God bless. If you fancy some music, join me on Saturday. Doing a bit of Naughty's house tunes on Saturday night. If you like that kind of thing, you know where to find me if you do. And if not, we'll see you again next week. Try and probably stick to Wednesdays from now on. Been a bit all over the place. So next Wednesday, 6:30, Delkim Live. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.